Hi, welcome to my channel Industry 4.0. Today, in this video, you will learn how to install and configure Git on computer. Please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. So, let's start. The installation of Git on computers has become incredibly easy in recent times. There are one-click installers for both Mac and Windows. On Windows, we will download the Git for Windows package from here. https://git-for-windows.github.io. When running the installer exe, you want to choose the default options on each screen. After finishing the installation, you'll begin working with Git by starting the Git Bash application. You'll find it within the Windows Start menu, inside the Git folder. Installing Git on Mac OS. On Mac OS X, a one-click installer package is out there which will be downloaded from here. https://sourceforge.net/projects/git-osx-installer. Once this is off and installed, we will jump right into Git by starting the terminal. App on our Mac. We'll find this within the Utilities subfolder of our Applications folder in Finder. Configuring Git. A couple of very basic configurations should be made before we start. We should always set our name and email address, also as enable coloring to doll-up command outputs. $git config global user. The name John Doe. $git config global user. Email john@doe.org. $git config global color. UI auto. Let us now look at the various steps in the Git installation on Windows. Step 1. Download the latest version of Git and choose the 64/32 version. After the file is downloaded, install it in the system. Once installed, select Launch the Git Bash, then click on Finish. The Git Bash is now launched. Git installation. Step 2. Check the Git version. $Git version. Step 3. For any help, use the following command. $git help config. This command will lead you to a browser of config commands. Basically, the help command provides a manual from the help page for the command just following it. Here, it's config. Another way to use the same command is as follows. $git config help. Step 4. Create a local directory using the following command. $mdir test. $cd test. Step 5. The next step is to initialize the directory. $git init. How to get job ready for a DevOps career. Free webinar, November 29th, Tuesday 9 p.m. Register NOW how to get job ready for a DevOps career. Step 6. Go to the folder where test is created and create a text document named Demo. Open Demo and put any content, like Hello Simpliliarn. Save and close the file. Step 7. Enter the Git Bash interface and type in the following command to check the status. $git status. Step 8. Add the demo to the current directory using the following command. $git add demo.txt. Step 9. Next, make a commit using the following command. $git commit m committing a text file. Step 10. Link the Git to a GitHub account. $git config global user.username. Note, Simpliliarn GitHub is the username on the GitHub account. Step 11. Open your GitHub account and create a new repository with the name test_demo and click on Create Repository. This is the remote repository. Next, copy the link of test_demo. Step 12. Go back to Git bash and link the remote and local repository using the following command. $git remote add origin link. Here, link is the link copied in the previous step. Step 13. Push the local file onto the remote repository using the following command. $git push origin master. Step 14. Move back to GitHub and click on test_demo and check if the local file demo.txt is pushed to this repository. The basic workflow of version control. Before we stray in Git commands, we ought to understand what a basic workflow with version control seems like. We'll rehearse each step intimately later during this book. But first, let's get an understanding of what the workflow, generally, is like. The foremost basic building block of version control may be a repository. Getting such a repository on our local machine is often wiped out in two ways. If we have a project locally on our computer that's not yet under version control, we will initialize a replacement repository for this project. If we're aged board a project that's already running, the likelihood is that there's a repository on a foreign server, on the web or on our local network. We'll then probably be given a URL to the present repository that we'll then clone, download/copy, to our local computer. 1. As soon as we've got an area repository, we'll start performing on our files, modify, delete, add, copy, rename, or move files in whatever application, our favorite editor, a file browser, we favor. During this step, we don't have to be careful with love or money. Just make any changes necessary to maneuver our project forward. 2. It's only you're feeling you've reached an interesting state that we've to think about version control again. Then it's time to conclude our changes during a commit. 3. However, before we commit, we'll want to urge a summary of what we've changed thus far. In Git, we'll use the status command to urge an inventory of all the changes we performed since the last commit. Which files did we change? Did we create any new ones or delete some old ones? For next, we tell Git which of our local changes we would like to conclude within the next commit. Only because a file was changed doesn't mean it'll be a part of a subsequent commit. Instead, we've to explicitly decide which changes we want to incorporate. To try to do this, we add them to the so-called staging area. 5. Now, having added some changes to the area, it's time to truly commit these changes. We'll need to add a brief and meaningful message that describes what you really did. The commit will then be recorded in our local Git repository, marking a replacement version of your project. 6. From time to time, we'll want to possess a glance at what happened within the project, especially if we're working alongside people. The log command lists all the commits that were saved in chronological order. This allows us to ascertain which changes were made intimately and helps us comprehend how the project evolved. 7. Also, when collaborating with others, we'll both want to share some of our changes with them and receive the changes they made. A foreign repository on a server is employed to form this exchange possible.